Intro is hello, what's going on? Welcome to RSG OTC. My man Toof over there. That's right, pointing right at him at the screen, and that points right at him there. He's a co-host that is helping out with this show that is, you know, I guess you would call it off the cuff. Because hell, if I know what I'm talking about half the damn time, and I just go what's on my mind, and that place is a crazy thing, my mind. But anyways, um. how are you doing? How's your Camaro been doing there?
Been doing well, doing well.
I actually it's kind of crazy when I sell tires. As much as salesmen use bullshit things, like people don't understand like General Tires, and I try to explain to them like, look, they're badass tires. They're owned by Continental, and they don't hide it. Like people don't know Mastercraft is owned by Cooper, but at the same time, Cooper doesn't make it very like, hey, get some Mastercrafts. They also don't make it known. Michelin doesn't say, hey, get some Uniroyals, but I used your car today in the sense like saying, hey, my buddy just put these on his Camaro and he only buys the best. So I sold them, so it was good. But I mean, it's true. Anyways, it wasn't the same ones as yours. It was RT43s. But anyways, beyond it's going way off topic of, well, we don't even have topics half the time. But I kind of put some stuff together. So here's one, right? So this might be a two-parter that is not so much even like you don't have to answer just one. So like, what game would you love to see next or remade? And I can tell you right now, what I'd love to see remade is Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I'm not sure yet what I'd love to see as the next game, but I would love to see Grand Theft Auto Vice City remade. What do you think? What's something that you'd love to see remade or love to see next, or both? Fuck it.
I don't really know. The only problem with getting remade is that they don't do it true to how it should be, and it kind of ruins it. Like the Resident Evil, I was looking forward to that. That came out. It's not Resident Evil.
It's
It's the
not.
GameCube Resident Evil.
Yes, yes, and I've said that, and people don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I tell that every single time, every single time. The telltale is where's the typewriter? If the typewriter is not at the front next to the damn staircase, it's not original. I guarantee anyone if they go back and play the original PS2 version, that shit is next to the staircase in the main hall, not in the damn dining room. If it's in the dining room, you're playing a damn GameCube version. Simple as that. You remember that?
Oh yeah, and plus at the top of the stairs is a doorway for the GameCube where the original doesn't have it, and on and on and on.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I hate that. It does drive me nuts. So, no, what I'm talking about remade is Grand Theft Auto Vice City really needs updated graphics and, nothing else really. The soundtrack was fucking awesome. I mean, tell me that was the best fucking soundtrack they ever had. The best ever.
Well, I think I would like to have Resident Evil 2 done, but properly. Um,
That would be
to
good.
actually,
You know, I think my biggest problem with Resident Evil is how hard it was to like kill things, and all you had was so limited on bullets with a pistol. If they made the knife a little more powerful, shit, it'd be great. But there was just I I get too frustrated at the game almost, and for its lack of load spaces, it is very frustrating of a game. Um, man, I don't know what I'd love to see as a next game though. That's a good one. Maybe I'm saying when I okay, it's tough to say. I think overall I want to see one of the remade Elder Scrolls where they've combined shit. That's what I want to see. Like Sky Oblivion. Something like that. Skywind. Something. Something's going to come along. I know it is. I think Sky Oblivion, they've actually got a lot farther in, surprisingly. But I guess it's not really surprising. But I'd really love to see more. Morrowind had a great thing, but Morrowind had a very horrible problem with it. Uh, Multiple horrible problems. Do you remember a lot of problems that Morrowind had?
I never played it.
Okay. So let me fill you on some of the problems that Morrowind had. So Morrowind, okay, I can get, you know how like in Skyrim, if you're, starting out, your hits are kind of weak. They'll hit, they're just weak, right? You know
Right.
what I mean? Okay, well, it's not how Morrowind worked. Morrowind had you kind of swinging at air. It would just make air sounds, and then you'd hit. And as you got leveled up, you would hit more often. It would just become like, badass. And really where, you really messing someone up with your hits had to come with strength. So if you had, like, it was funny, if you cheated and you put your strength to like 1,000, you'd just be like, bah! I crown thee. Fuck you. That was great. And that's where like it did become stupid. If you start using cheats in those games, it becomes real stupid. But there were a lot of other things like overlapping things like I understand that maybe people would see that as walking through, but I kind of like the ability to go around all the guilds. You run out of shit if you don't, you know? So I hated the fact that if you joined certain guilds, you couldn't join other guilds in Morrowind because it would interfere. Like, you couldn't be in the Thieves Guild and the others. Like, it's just, I hate that. Think about Skyrim if they did that. Like, you couldn't join the Thieves Guild and the Mages Guild at the same time. Like, nope. You're a scumbag. You're in a Thieves Guild. You can't join the other. You know what I mean?
Right.
It would cut a lot out of your gameplay. You'd miss a whole section of missions that you can't do. You'd literally have to go back and replay the game. Now, I don't know about you, but going back and replaying Morrowind is not something you just willy-nilly do. It takes a lot of hours. I mean, you can't even fast travel, really. You had a Silt Strider, okay? And a Silt Strider was like a bus at major cities, would get you around to major cities, but it helped, but only to a degree. So, I found. There we go. We're live again. Hey. All right. Now, the only thing that sucks about that is I'm going to have to make 2 highlights and then download them, put them into Sony Vegas, and then upload it. So, shit. Yay. Anyways, okay, so yeah, with Morrowind, we were talking about the fact that what happened with Morrowind is freaking you can't fast travel, and then like I said, the stories would conflict. So you might end up killing a main character of another guild. That's another thing. You can kill characters that are main characters that without them you can't complete the game. The ones after did not let you do that. Oblivion did not let you do that, and neither did Skyrim, because they probably realized, wow, that really fucked things up. So like me, I couldn't get this vampirism cure. I don't understand why in all of these games there is no command line code that I can use to cure myself of this dumbass shit called vampirism. Okay? I fucking hate vampirism. And now, I can't stand that when I killed someone in a place called the Corpasium in that game, okay? I killed someone in the Corpasium, and when I killed someone in the Corpasium, apparently, even though they're trying to attack me, I wasn't supposed to because I didn't pay enough attention to the dialogue because I'm a dumbass. Okay? If I would have paid more attention to the dialogue, I would have seen that he said, don't kill anyone in there. You know? But hey, you shouldn't have them attacking me. They were attacking the shit out of me. Self-defense. I know it's not America, but fuck it. Anyways, they corrected all that in Oblivion, and it just got better into Skyrim. But Skyrim, the problem is they dumbed it down. They took away a bunch of acrobatics and all types of shit that were totally made you kind of go in more directions. Now, what I loved is Oblivion had that perfect combination where they gave you enough fast travel to make it better, okay? Then they had the way that the skill system worked was actually really incredible because instead of the old one where like it was down to everything, it was like long sword, short sword. There were so many categories that literally, you really had to learn every single damn weapon for the most part that you picked up. Where then they kind of dumbed it down to, one-handed, two-handed, sword, blunt, nah. You know what I mean? Like they really just made it like 5 things or whatever, 6 things instead of like 15. So anyways, that's enough on Morrowind. That's totally going off of everything we want to. But I'd love to see one of those where they combine Skyrim and Oblivion, or Skyrim and Morrowind, and get that whole shit going. Because that would be awesome. That'd be awesome. So yeah, that wraps up that for me. I don't know if you have any ideas of any new games you want, but yeah.
How about just a new, Oblivion game or a new, Elder Scrolls game? That'd be nice.
That would be amazing too. I'll take that as well. I know it's not happening. They're dragging their damn feet on that one. Okay, here's the next one. What's a game you were excited for, but then just stopped playing or never played for long?
That's a little bit of a tough one. I mean, there's
a few that you've done that. There's a few that you've done that with, I'm sure. But name one that really had you excited. Okay, I'll give you an example for me. When I kept talking about, I talked up a storm, and I can't wait to play it. And I played it for like a bullshit amount of time. And that was Planet Coaster. I actually realized how much I suck at being that creative when it comes to putting that kind of shit together. So yeah, Planet Coaster is a prime example of what just didn't work. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, the last one, it's going to be a long one, I guess, a long time ago, was Homefront, I guess. That one was really hyped up. I was really looking forward to it. Went through hell to get the pre-order, because I think that was the beginning of the pre-orders. And finally got my hands on it, ready to play it. Thought it was going to be an all-night game session. 2.5 hours later, I beat the game. That was it, done.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, that seems about right. Yeah, I remember that. I just thought of an
Medal of Honor was that same way. About 3 hours and the whole thing was done. It was a Call of Duty ripoff. It was horrible. It was stupid.
Damn.
And so it's kind of sad, but it what it is.
Now let me just make sure this is still running. Okay, perfect. Yes. Awesome. We are back up and running. I just want to make sure. Wow, man. Ooh. So I thought of another one though. Here's another one that could kind of go for both of us because it kind of took me away from Twitch completely. It was my ending of truly caring about being on Twitch. I enjoyed and loved driving the truck. It was a way to interact with the people. It was a way to not be too involved and not have too much concentration. It was like having someone in the passenger seat riding along, just reading that chat. So, American Truck Sim was definitely a prime example of that last one. A game I was excited for, but then stopped playing or never played for long. I stopped playing that one. And we all know why. Now, granted, they're doing great as far as getting more shit out. And it looks like they're moving up north. But we keep going over it that it's just too little too late. How long is it going to take for all these damn states in American Truck Sim? Right? Perfect example.
And there's the militant apologists for it. Oh, they're doing their damnedest to make this content, blah, blah, blah. They never promised this, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
And people keep sticking up for them ridiculously, man. I don't fucking get it. I just don't get it. Yeah. So, here's one for you. Amazon Prime is $120 a year now. Now, am I wrong? It only costs $10 a month for Prime, doesn't it?
I don't know. I pay annually.
Okay, well, if it only cost me $10 a month.
That'd be $120.
Yeah, I know. And that's why I'm thinking,
It probably
why?
went up monthly.
I just I just don't get, like, there's no incentive to do annually now.
I'm sure it went up monthly.
No, they said not going up monthly. It just went up annually. That was it. I didn't see anything. I looked. I didn't see anything that said it was going. If anyone wants to correct me, please feel free. But I didn't see anything in the articles saying that they were going up monthly, but just yearly. It's just awkward. I don't understand why. But anyways, yeah, that's just a little quick throw out there you had to talk about. Um, Man, I almost feel like that was a really short list of topics that I have here. So we're just definitely going to be winging this shit. Um, so I got the new mic here, um, and a friend gave it to me. And it just I do have friends that tend to give me some really crazy stuff. I had one friend gave me his 14-inch kicker I told you about, and with that 1,000 watt amp, dude, that thing, like, I had to turn that thing down. That thing's getting ridiculous. It's starting to, like, rattle my ears a little bit, like my eardrums. I don't like it. It's a weird feeling. It's not so much like loud screaming kind of thing. It's more of like pressure, and I could feel that pressure in my eardrums. I don't like it. So yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I don't like it. But anyways, so he gave me this mic. I thought the volume here was for this to go up and down, but it's nothing of the sort. It actually has everything to do with the headphone input that is right somewhere right here. So this is for direct listening, which is cool. I can mute the mic just with a button here. I do like that. Uh, it's plug and play. Pretty freaking awesome. It's got multiple different modes down here, and one of them I found is like a true stereo, and the volume knob. So overall, I do really like it. Its bass is ridiculous. Where the heck did I put that thing? Oh, this thing, man, holy! You can knock someone the hell out with this thing, dude. You ever felt the bass of one of these things?
I have.
Dude, freaking thing is ridiculous. But I guess it's got to hold this thing up. Overall, though, I'm glad to have it. I love my H6, and my H6 is now going to be put into more use with videos than on my computer. It was my main mic for my computer for so long, but this is a heavy son of a bitch for one. I mean, I hated it being on there, and this would like flex out of shape, the shock mount. So I hated using it for my main computer mic. It's great for a mix board, but if I'm going to do that, I'll probably get a real mix board on here, and I'm thinking about doing that. The new job lets me afford certain things, and that's one of them. I could, but I gotta pay us some other stuff first. So there's more important things. But no, I love this thing. I was a fan of my Blue Snowball. I'm curious to do some recording with this to see how it really sounds. I mean, I'll hear what this sounds after on this. Do I have to turn this up? Crap. Hold on. Let me see. Turn this up a little bit. There we go. Okay. I don't know why. I feel like I really need a pop filter more than ever with this one, more than I needed it with that one for sure. So this is definitely going to need a pop filter. So I'll order one of those tonight. Actually, yeah. Right after this, I'm going to order a pop filter. Because this damn sure needs that shit. All right. So, I think we'll go on our main topic tonight. Okay, so I don't know if you watched any of my footage. Now, I'm kind of disappointed because the footage I got from this is great. And when I watched the footage on a local file of the edited video that I did of what I uploaded to YouTube, It looks great. But what I uploaded to YouTube looks like shit. And it's pissing me off because, like, I can't explain. It's like it pixelates real bad. Like, in like, times of movement. And it's like, why is that happening on here and it doesn't happen on the file I uploaded? Like, it should happen the same way on the file I uploaded, if that's the case. So when I'm watching it as a raw file, but apparently on YouTube it's looking like shit. What, am I not good enough, YouTube? I don't know. I freaking was flipping out the other day. When I was trying to put up the thumbnail for it. Apparently YouTube limits you to 2 megabytes. And then I'm paying for this site Canva that I use to make all my thumbnails. And they're allowing it to be over 2 megabytes. Like, so I wrote them like, hey, your program's allowing it to be more than 2 megabytes for the YouTube thumbnail. It's, that's making me have to do shit. More stuff. Like, which, I mean, I'll deal with it. But still. So the whole point is GoPro worth it? I'll tell you, man. I don't think so. I don't think so. And there's a really simple reason why. The money. It costs so much for a GoPro. And if you're not spending tons of money, I don't see where the GoPro is going to do better than what this did. This did a really amazing job, especially with the gyro stabilization. I don't see a GoPro doing much better than that. It looked fabulous. It had, like I said, the gyro stabilization was great. It was on my chest mount. I mean, I've seen way shittier video than what that provided. That was great. I had a whole day without a gimbal on me. People have chest-mounted gimbals. So, I mean, what do you think about GoPros? Would you spend all the money on a GoPro, or you think you'd buy this $80 knockoff? 8-man 4K?
No.
No, you say that, right? But, like, that's what you think. But that's also why GoPro is losing so much in stock, too. Because...
Is that waterproof?
That probably... Well, if I put it in a case, and that's the thing I have to say.
If you put it in a case, you're happy your microphone. Okay, so there's that. How long does the battery last?
I don't know. I haven't really tested enough to know that. I got to bring it out. But it's... I think the capacity is the same. But it goes down... On either one, it goes down drastically, or it goes down the higher the resolution you put. So if you put them at low, stupid resolutions, they'll last really stupid long. So you have a point with the waterproof, and that's where I will give it. But that's on the new models, not the old models. And if you're going to spend on the new models, it's pretty expensive. Now there's lower end new models, but they look. I've watched a lot of reviews on them, and the video quality is not impressive on the lower end models, from what I'm seeing. It's nothing like the higher end models, what they're putting out for video. So for the ones that can do it without needing a case, you're gonna be spending like what, $200, $250?
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna buy a camera with like an action camera, why not just? I mean, $250 is not gonna be a lot.
I think there's other name brand action cameras that you can use that still cost a good amount of money. That I think are better than GoPro. I don't know, man. GoPro, like, as much as I want them, I don't see enough. Like, the microphone when this thing is out of the case is great. And, just till recently, they didn't have it all waterproof. You needed this same stupid-ass case, for the GoPros. You remember that?
Right.
I mean, even those still, if you want to get an older one of those, it still costs probably more than that $80 camera did. I'm telling you, if you got to see the raw video, not that crap that YouTube put up, I don't know what the fuck happened there. But what YouTube put up, I mean, doesn't really do it justice. I think it did a really good job. And it lasted, I had 2 batteries. And one I forgot to charge. But anyways, I would say one battery lasted my whole, 3 hours of recording. Which, on high resolution, GoPro doesn't do too much better. Actually, when on older models, my friend complained about that a lot, that his battery kept dying. So I don't know. But I mean, yeah. So you think GoPro is still worth it?
If you're going to use an action camera, just go with the best.
I guess. I think, yeah, but I think it also has to be justified. If you're gonna go with if you're someone who really, like, I find that, for instance, this $80 is gonna be fine for someone like me because I'm not very action-esque. This is gonna do a lot of great things, and like I said, this is actually the reason I picked up this one in specific, the 8-man 4K, is it got insane amounts of reviews, and a lot has to do with the gyro stabilization and the picture quality. So that I have to give it really good props on that side of things. But like I said, I think it depends on the person. If you're someone who really does some badass action stuff, yeah, get the best. If you're just gonna make a couple videos here and there, or use it, as a secondary camera, I don't think I think $80 is respectable to pay. Now, I wouldn't go there and pay for the $40 ones, the real crappy ones. No, 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 no. Yeah, I think it needs to at least have image like gyro stabilization for it to be decent. I don't know. You don't have one. I think you should get a cheap one day and just throw it on your Camaro, just in case. And on the outside, if it, get the 3M stuff that you could peel off without affecting anything. You know the stuff I'm talking about, where it's like more of a gel.
Right.
So people, if you clean up the surface of the car, you do that real good. Throw the mount on there and freaking take that bitch on a canyon run, man. And if you lose if the camera takes a ride and you lose it, so what? You lost $40, or if you go with something like that, you lost 80. I always get nervous with putting like a GoPro on the outside of a car. I'm going to put this one on the outside of a car. If I lose it, I lose it. Big deal. Not the worst thing in the world, I'm going to use it actually for reviews, though. And what I'm going to do is pretty smart. So I'll have that camera up there a bit away from me to capture kind of the whole thing. And then, I could take this and be like, and you see this part, when you're looking at this part right here, it'll be that nice up close that I can have in a box or something. I think that'll be nice for the reviews. I also am thinking I'll put it on a selfie stick because it's so light, and I can have it actually like hover over like a spot like this, like you have your desk underneath, and it'll just be there. You know what I mean? So
Right.
But yeah, I think GoPro is taking a big hit. Their freaking stocks are down like crazy. I know it is go with the best, but I think there is other better ones out there. From different companies. I just have to look into them. But yeah, so we have differing opinions. We have one side of the team says no, and the other side says yes. It's dead. So, hey.
The thing is, I don't use them. I've never used them. But if I were to need an action camera, I probably want the better that I can get.
Right. I said, I think it all depends.
Nothing against the cheap ones.
No, yeah. Yeah, you just want... Well, you've always been someone like that. You've always wanted to go with the best. And, or at least what'll take over. Another thing to think of. You think you're going to go for the next series of GPUs?
No.
No? No need to, right?
I don't use it.
Yeah. I wonder what happened to us gaming so much. What do you think happened?
Got bored with it. That's what happened to me.
Yeah, I guess that's what happened to me too. I don't know why. We were having so much fun with World of Tanks at one point. That was a huge thing. But then it just
too much too quick. It was just it's the same damn thing, and all people screaming and yelling and using this stupid shit, and just got to be no more fun.
Yeah. And all the gold, all the gold rounds and stuff. So yeah, we did lose on that. Rust was one we played, and then that got boring. I remember you guys were playing 7 Days to Die like crazy, like holy shit amount. What was another one? Uh, what else? Remember when we were all doing construction sim? Oh, that was hilarious. I
It was
think,
like 2 days.
yeah, yeah, that was hilarious, dude. I think we all enjoyed trucking the most. If you really think about it, you didn't enjoy driving; you enjoyed watching. You know, it was a good time to hang out with everyone. What are they doing back there? Are they kissing? Are they kissing each other?
Like rough passing.
But basically, I think we all like trucking the most. If you really think of when you enjoyed, hanging around, everyone was hanging around. I was on unemployment. I was driving in the middle of the day, or I was drunk driving, one or the other. But I'm trying. Damn, what else did we play? The Witcher was like short. We all shared that one. Which the original Witcher is free right now on GOG. If you sign up for the newsletter, no, thank you. Um, wow, I feel like there was a game we all played earlier on that I'm totally forgetting now. Wasn't there a game that we played earlier on? There was Rust. Before Rust. Oh, yeah, we played DayZ. Oh, God.
Yeah, that
Fuck.
was, yeah.
Oh, God. That's horrible. Ah, shit. What else? Man. Oh, Farming Sim. That wasn't used so much.
Me.
No, I said that. It wasn't used so much. But a lot of people were into that. A lot of people were into watching Train Sim. I could not get into Train Sim. I've tried a million times to get into Train Sim. I can't do it. I can't. Um, Man, I really do feel like we played some stuff, but I really think we need to find rekindle or something, like really get back into some games or doing shit again, because man, I feel like we're missing something out. Oh yes, yes, the tabletop simulator.
Yeah, it was good for about a week.
I think we could still make it better. I think like if we did it without streaming or whatever, I think it'd still be great. We could do a lot of fun games on it. You know, but I don't know. Overall, the big topic of the night was, is GoPro still worth it? Like I said, we've got polarized. We got one thing. One says I would probably want to go with the best, and the other one goes, I think that the cameras that are out now and the action cams are putting a big dent in them, because I think they're pretty damn good. Other than that, I think there's not much else to this show this week. There's just not much going on. As we all know, Apple, screwing over people that had screens. I said that last week. If they had their screen replaced third party, their phone got bricked. So we know about that. You got new Nvidia stuff coming out next that they say is, the 1070 is going to be more powerful than the Titan X or whatever, or the Titan from this year. Whatever the next shit is, I'm with you. I have no need to really buy that shit at this point. I barely use it would mean more to me for encoding than it does for gaming at this point. Really. Maybe if they get their shit together with Kingdom Come, we could actually care about it again and actually use it. Well, me, I think you more. I'm not a dialogue person, hence why I fucked up in Morrowind. But anyways, like I said, I think that's it. Wraps it up for this week. Once again, you all know, follow me, ReadySetGame87 on Twitter. Make sure you hit the bell icon if you want to see all the videos as soon as they get released and get a notification from that. And then, of course, make sure you subscribe too, because if you don't subscribe to the channel, well, then how the hell are you going to see anything? Or at least know to. But I think that wraps it up. Thanks for watching this week's RSG OTC, episode 49 we are on. I know it's getting up there. It is getting up there. Well, you all have a wonderful day, wonderful week, wonderful evening, whatever it's going to be for you when you see this. We'll see you next week at Sunday at 10. That's the new times. Sundays at 10 for RSG OTC. Thanks all for watching. Peace out, all.
Take it easy.
And how do I stop? There we go.